Hello, folks. Been a while, I know. Life gets in the way sometimes. My regularly scheduled Friday night's stream was interrupted. Well, not so much interrupted. Preempted by the fact that we had prior family engagements going on, so I'm going to do an impromptu one here on Sunday instead and put this up on YouTube afterward. ExParrot42 is my channel. And I think I'm looking at making sure everything's going great. We can go ahead and get started. I'm going to do a traditional Guilds of Ravnica draft because I enjoy drafting. So, first pack. I like Plaguecrafter. I mean, it's not the best out there. Chamber of Sentry is not a bad card either, but not the most spectacular one. It really shines in a 3-color deck. Sprouting Renewal's not bad. I like Darkblade Agent. I think I'm gonna go with Plaguecraft. I mean, no, in a situation where things can get kind of gummed up, it's not necessarily the best card. Here we got some choices. Hired Poisoners. I mean, normally a 1-mana creature like that's not great, but Death Touch on it can really stall a ground game. Surefire Captain is a pretty decent creature. Healer's Hawk is alright. Candlelight Vigil. I'm gonna go with the Truefire Captain. I'm not tied to a color yet. I love Discovery Dispersal. Go with that one. Aldalcan Mesmerist, I think, is a pretty decent creature. Great on the offense. Decent blocker. World Soul Colossus isn't bad. Rosemane Centaur isn't bad. Erstwhile Trooper is growing on me. Prey Upon's decent as a removal spell. Dowser Light is a nice big creature. It's in my sort of colors right now. I may have to switch over to Selesnya at this rate. Garrison Sergeant's only good if you have a gate. Circuitous Route lets you find the gates. Let's go with Dev. This is why you don't get tied up on a color early. Because looking at the signals, bots are picking my colors. Let's go with World Soul Colossus. And then, of course, here's Thought Erasure, which is not bad, but Luminous Bonds, I think, is a good choice for me. Righteous Blow, decent combat trick. All Foragers, or Intrusive Pack Beast. 4/4 gains life, or 3/3 with Vigilance. I'll go with the Pack Beast. Centaur Peacemaker is a better creature and has any right to be. District Guard. I mean, I could go Abzan. Splash Black for Plaguecrafter, Dowser of Lights, even Discovery. Wild Ceratok. Decent creature. Garrison Sergeant is eh. City Uprising from a Splash Black. Alright, so Experimental Frenzy. Good card, but I don't think as good in this environment. My Selesnya in this pack is less than exciting. Wow. I'm gonna Splash Black. Lotless Giant seems like the best choice. Okay, so Vernati Shieldmate, Fresh Face Recruit. Deadly Visit is a great kill spell. I'm really stretching my colors at this point. Let's go with the Rock Charger. Pitiless Gorgon's a decent creature for 3 because of that Death Touch. Sunholm Stalwart's a First Striker. Affectionate Indrik. Prey Upon or Severed Strands? Prey Upon's in my color. Now you notice I'm not getting as much Selesnya stuff. Got some choices here. I'm gonna go with Centaur Peacemaker. I'm kind of on the Samala Woodshaper. I mean, yes, it lets you look for 4 creatures, or the top 4 cards for a creature or enchantment. But for 4 mana, I mean, yes, that's great. With Blade Instructor on this one, I think. I'm probably wrong. Since I'm not going Boros as much, Hammer Dropper is really not as important to me. I'll go with Sprouting Renewal on this one, because having a disenchant that makes a elf at the worst is not bad. Vicar Spore Worm is great. Selesnya Locket, can't go wrong with that. Go ahead and splash that one in. Urban Utopia is a better choice. Candlelight Vigil. Hatchery Spider. Huh. Sorry while I take a sip of coffee. Hatchery Spider is... I think I can't pass that up. Claw Recluse is great. I mean, you can't go wrong with Conclave Tribunal. That's a snap pick. Healer's Hawk, I don't know if that's as useful. Well, I'll go for it anyway. Oh, Recluse is nice. Parhelion Patrol. Recluse, I mean, I'm just going to come up the ground and air games with that stuff. Guardian. Rosemane Centaur's just so good. This is nothing useful. Go with the Locket just for the hell of it. Crush Contraband versus other things. Let's go with the Fresh Face Recruit. It's hard to block. All Forgers. Alright, well, we have a deck. We have a very large deck at the moment, 60 cards. I'm not going to build a 60-card deck. What is it, sweetie? This needs to be on the charger. It's almost dead. My little girl. Alright, so, still gotta cut things down. Much as I hate to do it, Deadly Visit's double black, making it much harder to splash. I definitely can look at the high-end stuff. This can be invoked in, making it easier to cast. I really am not feeling Undercity Uprising in this deck. That may go to the sideboard, like it or not. It's an okay creature, but not the most spectacular one. Like it or not, I'm actually going to cut Healer's Hawk. It's not a card I want to draw late in the game with this deck. Invoke, let Death Guardian in. I've got 17 lands in the deck, which I want to keep because I have a lot of high-end spells in this deck. I'm actually going to drop the Lawless Giant. Yeah, I don't want too many high-end spells because I have a nasty habit of drawing them. I'm even thinking I may drop the World Soul Colossus. Which again, I'm a very casual player, and so I make mistakes. You're probably going to look at this and go, no. Same token, I may drop the Playcrafter, after all. In which case, if I drop the... Oh. I'm gonna drop that. If I drop that, then I'm not splashing any black at all, which fixes my colors quite a bit. Not playing enough black to warrant it. I think I'm going to do alright with what I've got already. Why do I have the Izzet Locket? I wanted the Selesnya Locket in the deck. I don't know how many times I look past that. Tunnel vision and all that, I guess. 4-3 for 4 mana. We'll just drop that. Alright. I'm going to play this and see what happens. Memory serves this is best 2 out of 3. 3 wins is the break-even point. I should say 3 match wins. Break-even point. I will be on the play. Hope to draw a forest. My opponent's already taking a mulligan. Double mulligan. It's scrying to the top. May give me time. Hopefully draw a forest. And there's a wall of it. That's gonna be fun. Oh, there's a forest. Excellent. I could use Righteous Blow to take out the wall. Or I could just create enough creatures to go around it. Go ahead and swing first. See what he does. What they do, excuse me. They choose not to block. They figured I have a combat trick. I have no reason to show anything, so I'll just drop it to Guardian and move on. Ah, they wanted to flash out Whisper Agent. Why didn't they do that and block Centaur Peacemaker, unless they were worried about a combat trick? Final Centipede. Go ahead and swing out. I've got a couple of Righteous Blows. I've got some stuff. I'm in good shape here. I'm gonna go ahead and kill off the ones, even though it means they're gonna get a counter on something. Probably the Whisper Agent. Yeah. Then we will go ahead and drop the Devkarin Dissident and the white up for Righteous Blow. I don't think I'm going to block. I'm trying to get used to the new interface they added in the last patch. Opponent is considering their options before we go to combat. Change the rope color, interesting. Artful Takedown. So they're going to kill off the Dev Guardian, cut down that one. No attacks, no points. Artful Takedown, a good card. We'll go ahead and drop another Dev Guardian, though. Martizan Bats is going to get Righteous Blowed. There's just no buts about that. attack with everybody. May not. May actually go ahead and take out the Whisper Agents. And then drop the Peacemaker, represent another Righteous Blow. Yevkar and Dissident can now pump since I have 5 mana. And they recognize that and head and do the Deadly Visit on it. Swing 3, alright. Now we're both in top deck mode. I think I have a slight advantage on damage race here. We'll see what each of us draw, though. Oh. See, then the Watcher in the Mist just messes up everything. It is a bomb in this environment. Straight up. And I'm going to go ahead and draw land now. Oh yeah, I'll be sideboarding on anti-flying. This will slow things down. So gotta block that one, kill it off. I think this game is rapidly falling out of reach for me, though. I'm gonna go ahead and move to game 2. I don't have a lot of anti-air. But I may switch out some stuff here. Some Candlelight Vigils. I just don't know what. Yeah, and I'm getting rid of my lower end creatures. I'm not going to be doing much until turn 3 like this. But it's kind of an experiment to see if it's going to work out for me or not. Choose to be on the play. Keep this hand. What I choose is keep their 7 as well. So they mulled to 5 and still won on the back of these powerful flyers. Spybug. Yeah, that's a bit of an annoyance. Gold, nice. Let's have something to block the Demir Spybug, or to block the Destructor with. Now, I can go ahead and swing next turn with the Parhelion Patrol and the Blade Instructor, mentor the Patrol, making it a 3/4 flyer. Coin Crab. That's annoyance. So that changes my plan entirely. Go ahead and take out the other creature with it. Go ahead and drop a 4/4 Provoke. I may as well go ahead and attack. Ignor's Spybug is Menace. Means I can't block much yet until I get another flyer. And here comes the Wall of Mist. blocker. And I'm going to flood out again. This is the problem with playing 17 lands. I tend to flood out. I need a kill spell for that Dimir 5-bug fast. So this is going to help a little bit. Allows me to pump up the Rosemary Centaur enough to take out, say, the Wishcoin Crab. In this case, they're going to go ahead and make the Dimir's 5-bug a 3-3, no doubt. Okay, you know, I have removal spells in my deck, I just don't tend to see them that much. This will change things up a little bit. I may see a trade of the Crawl Swarm and the Bigger Spore Worm, which will be nice. I was thinking back to Crawl Swarm by discarding a creature card, but it still slows it down. And that sucks. Especially when I still don't draw a removal spell. We'll see if I draw a removal spell next turn. Luminous Bonds, Prey Upon, something that lets me take out that new 5-bug. If I don't, I'm dead. And that's game. You know, it sucks to put in all this removal in the deck and to never see any of it. So, there's my first loss. Another loss and I'm out. I can go 0-2 right off the bat. My last video was like that. Just the worst luck I'd seen in a while. Game after game after match after match. To the point where it's like, I had to take a break. I actually didn't play Magic Arena for like 3 or 4 days after that. I just had enough. Oh, there's Conclave Tribunal and my Luminous Bonds. Hey, how nice of them. Can't do much else, so I'll drop that. I'll probably Righteous Blow the Vernati's Shield Knight, take it off the board. And no, I won't. What I meant to say was, I'll probably Luminous Bonds Vernati's Shield Knight. Hey, sweetie pie. My little girl's out here being adorable, like always. Go ahead and drop the 2-4. It's the hardest one for them to deal with right now. Still leaves me with Hitchclaw, Recluse, and Blade Instructor. Blade Instructor being a great mentor creature. Man, that stupid Crawl Swarm. Oh, so frustrating. Thankfully I have a bit of an answer to it. See if they want to trade. Nope. I'll go ahead and drop this guy. I can trade the Crawl Swarm with Claw Recluse, no issues. Unless they got a combat trick. Let's see if they do. Nope. Kind of surprised they didn't trade with Death Guardian. Oh, they wanted to get it back with that. I maybe do a Conclave Tribunal to take care of that swarm. That gets rid of it good. Looks like Logari Fine Growth blocks up my ground game considerably. So I'll make the choice to go ahead and get some damage in by taking out the Logari Fine Broker. Deal with the Crawl Swarm the hard way. My opponents decide what they want to do. Okay, block. Do we have a spell? Nope, it's chop. Right. They have a way to bring back the Iron Shell, maybe? Didn't even occur to me they could have Fine Finality, in which case I'm about to get blown out. An affectionate interest I got my Blade Instructor. One more mana. I can cast that, so I'm going to go ahead and pass turn. I can trade the Indrik with the 10th District Guard using Righteous Blow. Oh, better have a finality for the Affection Indrik, because that's going to suck if they do. No, I don't think this particular draft is bad luck so much as it is I'm just not playing very well. I really am not. I don't know if my head's not in it or what. And there's the finality on the Affection Indrik. It's a 2-2, and if they attack, I get a blowout of my own. Whew, alright, now let's rebuild. Hatchery Spider, letting me get another creature for free would be nice. And nothing. What a whiff. Still a 5/7 though. They may have a direct kill spell like Deadly Visit though. Still have the advantage. Nope, Crawl Swarm out. Nope, land. Alright, we'll go ahead and play it out. 8 land in play, 9 lands left in the 24 card deck, so I should start drawing something other than the land soon. I'll just have to try and race my opponent to the end. I really wish they'd play in a slightly faster pace. And that's bad for me. That changes this race a little bit. Now they're 7-4. And worse yet, I really can't afford to swing and let the Vigor Spore Worm crack back. Prey upon. Oh, great. That's nice. That's very nice. I admit. Well, Recluse becomes a... I don't know that I have many answers left after that, honestly. Short of my own Vigor Spore Worm. Oh my lord. Let's play now. Got one card in hand. Okay, there we go, discarding. replay it. Let's see if I draw any kind of an answer. Nope, land it is. Concede. Well, apparently I just drafted a bad deck. It's interesting, I heard the flutter of birds' wings in the background from the game board, even though we're on this screen. All that still goes on in the background. Okay. If I go 0-2, I may not even bother putting this one on YouTube. Actually, I probably will anyway, just because it shows that everybody can have a bad day, especially me. Alright. Well, it's a hand. They're going to 6, maybe I have a chance. Going to 5. Scrying to the bottom, that's a hopeful sign for me. Sunhome Stalwart, followed by Hitchclaw Recluse, maybe mentor the Recluse, get lucky. Maybe if I draw a... Well, I can drop the Selesnya Locket, and that would give me green. Good enough of an early... Oh, never mind. Gotta get this going. Wow. Making the Hitchclaw Recluse at 5 would be just really, really good for me. And they're nothing in the way to stop me from doing it, so let's go ahead and mentor the Recluse. I'll drop the Locket after. Give up a white. I can drop Mosby next turn. I've got Luminous Pawns. I think I may actually have this game. Oh, Conclave Tribunal after. Opponent's gonna start dropping big things, but I've got 2 spells to drop whatever blockers they have, and they're on a 2-turn clock at the moment. So, I think I have this game actually tied up. So that worked out pretty well. One thing I may do is drop that and bring in the Infection Indrik after all. Because it does line up decently against some of their creatures. If it is a 6-mana drop. Actually represents my first game win today, which is nice. Unfortunately, I didn't draft anything I needed for Standard. That's alright. At this point, there's not a lot I need for Standard. A handful of utility cards, decks, but a lot of those are uncommon. For the first time, I don't get to choose for 1 player draw. Oh, this is terrible. And the worst problem is a second land. This would be a great deck, but I can't. Or great hand, rather. But I can't. I cannot trust I'm going to draw land number 2. Let my opponent decide if they're going to go to 6 or not. They went to 6. This is much better. This is a keepable hand. They kept theirs at 6. And I have a land on top, which I'm going to keep there. Alright, so we're going to drop the Sunhome Stalwart first, I believe. If the first strike is going to be good for dealing with whatever they drop. They have a Hitchclaw Recluse next turn, which I can mentor. May actually drop the Dissident this turn. Go ahead and swing, see what happens. If they double block, this becomes a blowout. They're not. This still could be a blowout to a certain extent if they swing before combat. Alright. Pass. Block the Veiled Shade. Let's see if they pump. If they do, in response to the pump, I Righteous Blow. And then they spend all their mana and don't even kill my Dissident. Now they can't cast anything on the second main very likely, and all I did was take 2 damage. Boom. So, really good trade for me. Always be on the lookout for combat tricks like that. I think no matter how badly this runs out, I'll keep that in there just to show off that play. I am ahead on the board. If I could drop the Parhelion Patrol, that would be nice. Drop Hitchclaw Recluse off the Burglar Rat. I like Burglar Rat, but against a green deck, it's the last thing you want to be playing. You never know if your opponent pulled Nullhide Ferox. And I have, if you look at some of the other videos, fallen into that trap before. Go ahead and mentor the Hitchclaw Recluse. I can get a 2/5 with Reach. Expected that trade. No problem. Parhelion Patrol will be next. I may actually win this match. Holy moly. Assuming I don't fall into a... I mean, once they hit 6 mana, then Finality becomes an issue. But they're not at 6 mana. Takes out the Parhelion Patrol, which is nice. Does exile it, so I don't get the effect for the Vigor Spore Worm. Pitiless Gorgon. Well, I believe the proper term here is Hell. Bring with just the first striker. One more mana, and I can drop the Vigor Spore Worm, pump the Sunhome Stalwart by 2. Ugh. Okay, well, this is bad. Probably get the trade with the Iron Shell Beetle now. I can almost guarantee it. Yep, here we go. Absolutely have to take that Pitiless Gorgon out of the way if I'm going to do this. Not as worried about Finality now. Hitchclaw Recluse can survive it, and their Pitiless Gorgon can't. And that sucks. Brought back a Veiled Shade. Well, Luminous Bonds is exactly the card I need here. It takes the Pitiless Gorgon out of the equation. Now I can swing with 2 creatures, and all they've got is a Golgari Findbroker. Putting them at 4. I will drop the Veiled Shade this turn. Very likely. They have enough to pump it to a 3/3, but it still puts them in a very precarious situation. Bigger Spore Worm can only be blocked by one creature. I decided to drop 2 creatures. We'll swing with just the 1. Decide how they want to block it. We'll throw 1 creature in front of it. The question is which one? Probably the Shield Mate. Oh, Veiled Shade, really? You can. Oh, they wanted to double block and they didn't realize they couldn't. Sunhome Stalwart could attack next turn. It would probably die, but I'd be able to mentor the other Hitchclaw Recluse, which would put my opponent in very dangerous territory. Oh, man. Okay, well, that's going to change things around.
Your life's about to end. Hope you're ready.
Question is, what do they want to do? Kill or draw a card and gain some life? Destroy that, which means I can kill Vraska on my turn.
Done.
Not sure I necessarily agreed with that choice, but go to combat. 3 attackers. They let it all through. Probably. There's no reason for them to block. I did not consider that. Alright, though. Force him to kill off Vraska. I had to kill Vraska, so worth the trade. Now, unfortunately, I have enough mana for Veiled Shade to block the Vigor Spore Worm and kill it. So I may go ahead and just not swing. Or they would like something like Prey Upon to kill off the Golgari Finebroker. Or better yet, a Flyer. Flyer would be good. Well, that sucks. Very nice, though, I must admit. Decided not to swing. Now, I'm in a bad situation. Right now I need answers. And I'm not seeing any. Rock Charger would be great. Conclave Tribunal would be great as well. I mean, I could take one of the blockers out of the way. Probably the Veiled Shade, because it could be the most dangerous of the bunch. Gonna make it 5/5, no problem. Of course, now I can block the Veiled Shade and kill it. Of course, Finality would be really bad. They could pump the Golgari Finebroker. Or where she pump the Veiled Shade. Still have enough mana to cast it after. That would pretty much guarantee them game. That's what they just figured out. There's the Finality. I need Conclave Tribunal now to even up this game. And we get a land. So. Well, 0-2, I suck. Claim my lousy pack. See if it's something I already have. It is. It's not Hell Phoenix. But I get a rare wild card, so hey. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh well. Let's see, 44 minutes in. Yeah, I may as well just go ahead and end the video. So, I sucked this time. That's right, I'll try and do better next time. Thanks for watching.